welcome to Simple Cooking Made Simple with a Carolina Chef. Yesterday we did a brisket, and I'll have that in our description on how to make that brisket. But we took part of that brisket and cooked it almost like a pot roast. And we turned it into a brisket cobbler. This thing is so hearty. You've got potatoes, you've got carrots, we've got onion, and you got plenty of brisket with a nice cobbler top. Oh, look at that top. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. You talk about a nice meal. You don't need anything else. This is perfect. You got your bread, you got your starch from your potato, you got your vegetables, and then you got your meat. I mean, look at that meat. Look how tender that is. There's so much flavor in this. And thanks to all you guys that's already smashed that like button for me. If you haven't, please go ahead and do that. And let's play. Let's get started. So we've got 4 red potatoes cut, 5 carrots sliced, peeled and sliced. I have 2 onion. I used the red and also used the white. 2 minced garlic cloves, and 1 jalapeno slice for a little bit of heat. And then here we have 1 teaspoon per cup of beef base. And they're also added a package of brown gravy mix just to give this a little bit of thickness. Also, this has a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of onion powder. And if you want to cut back on the black pepper, that's fine. And if you don't want the heat to this, don't throw in the jalapenos. But we also have 1/3 of a beef brisket. And we're going to want to cut this in half. And then we're going to, I've already got this started heating up on warm. And this is just so that this will help cook faster. And then we're going to add our broth or beef broth. And you may need to add a little bit more water to this because you want everything covered. And we're not going to cook this like we would a pot roast. We're only going to cook this for about 3 or 4 hours so that the vegetables start getting tender, everything's good and hot. Then we can shred that pot roast. It just helps the flavors work in there real well with the brisket. And then once we get this to where we want it, we'll kind of mash up the beef, which shouldn't be hard at all. And then we will top it with our cobbler crust. So let's add our onions. Then we'll throw in our garlic. But this is going to be packed with flavor. I mean, this is, if you wanted to, you can add some celery or you could add some peas. I'm not a huge pea or celery fan, so I'm just going to do the carrots and potatoes and onion in mine. Potatoes. And then we just want to, make sure this is all covered. And then I'm going to add a little bit more water, because as this starts to cook, the vegetables will start getting soft and you'll be able to push it down a little bit more then. Because you don't want this too watery. The only thing good is that the cobbler crust that I make for this is going to help this turn into a gravy. It's going to be delicious. Cannot wait. So like I said, we're going to cook this for about 3 to 4 hours on high, just so all those flavors can work together. Start cooking the vegetables. Because once we make the cobbler crust and put this in the oven, it's only going to take maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So that's why we want to cook our vegetables now, and then also to get all that flavor to work together. So this is even better. It's been 4 hours and our potatoes are tender. Our carrots are tender. So let's get this party going. So first we're going to take some of our vegetables and get those layered on the bottom here. And this, I'm telling you, this smells so good. Like I said earlier, I love some onion this way and some potatoes. So then you're adding that brisket to it. You got a full meal right here. A full meal of goodness. And you might not use all your vegetables, but that's all right. You can put them to the side and still eat them. All right. So we got our vegetables there. We're gonna pull our meat out without trying to break it. And this is a big old hunk of meat. And it's nice and juicy. Look at that. I mean, it just tears right off. I mean, you can sit here and just cut it like that, tear it apart, however you want to do it. And we're just going to top our vegetables with this. And right now I'm just trying to tear it, shred it, and not grab the big fat parts. And then I can break this down a little bit better a little bit later. But I mean, you want a flavorful meal, this is it. You're not gonna get a better flavored meal than this. Definitely don't want to leave any of this out. None of this is gonna go to waste, I'll tell you that. And we have the other piece in here. I'm just gonna try to rip the top part of it off. Man, I wish you guys could smell this. And see, the nice thing about this is there's really not that much work in it. I mean, there is when you smoke the brisket, that takes a while, but still, after the brisket smoked, this part's easy. So I'm gonna set this to the side. Make sure I grab that jalapeno because I like the heat. I like the heats. And then we're gonna make sure we get some juice in here. And if you get some extra vegetables, that's fun. But this juice smells wonderful. It's gonna have a great flavor. And it's gonna make a gravy. Once we add this cobbler crust to this, it is going to make an awesome, nice gravy. And this cobbler crust that I'm going to show you guys is so easy. It's simple, simple, simple. And that's about all the juice you want. You just want it to kind of be in there, cover your vegetables and stuff. We'll do one little bit over here. And then we're going to top this off with the cobbler crust that we're getting ready to make. So I've already got 2 cups of self-rising flour, 2 cups of milk. We're going to pour that in there. And we're just going to mix this up. You want to mix your flour and milk first before you add the butter. And you don't want to overmix this, but you want to make sure everything gets mixed in well. We'll add our butter. And this looks nice. All right, guys, we do have our oven preheating at 375, and you're just going to want to pour your mixture. This will have a nice rise to it. And you want to put it on a pan just to make sure, because just in case you have something that boils out, you're going to catch it and you're not going to make a mess in your oven. You want to make sure you get all this, and then we'll kind of spread this out a little bit. And I'm just going to take this and just kind of smooth this out a little bit, making sure it's most even and covering everything. All right, guys. Now I can't wait to cook this and eat this. I'm telling you, this is going to be awesome and packed with all the flavor in the world. All right, let's put this in the oven. We got this thing out of the oven. This smells so good. I cannot wait to cut in. This, guys, I really wish you could smell this. Oh, yes. Look at all that. Oh. And the juice in the bottom here. I'm telling you. Talk about an awesome meal. This is gonna have it. And this takes care of everything. I mean, the crust, look at the crust. It's a nice biscuity crust. Man, I cannot wait to dig in. We hope you've enjoyed this today. And thank you to our subscribers and all you guys who have smashed that like button. Please make sure to do the 3 S's. Smash the like button, share with everyone, and ring my bell so you set your notifications. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. God bless.